Hey guys, how you guys doing? I haven't posted a video in a long time, maybe over a year. Today's video is going to be a little different from every other video that I have actually. Today I will be talking about my last moments with my sister Letty. My sister Letty Semihangos passed away on October 9, 2012. This Sunday will be 5 years. I freaking miss her like crazy. I think about her every freaking day. I have dreams about her all the time, and I wish those dreams were true. It sucks to lose a loved one, and a lot of people say, I don't know what you're feeling, I don't know how it feels to lose someone. But just think of it this way. It's like breaking up with somebody, but when you break up with someone, this person is still alive, and yes, you're heartbroken, you're crying, and you don't want to live ever. Now imagine losing a loved one completely. Like, you can't see them, you can't talk to them, you can't, no communication with them, but just in your dreams. And that's how it feels. And my sister, she had lupus for 8 years. This woman was crazy amazing. No matter what she went through with lupus, no matter how many times she went in and out the hospital, she always came out with a positive mind. She was always positive about everything. There was moments where she would always say, I can't wait for Jesus to come, for the rapture, so he could take me away because of all her pain that she was going through. When it was winter, it sucked because, she would be through pain. Her joints would hurt. She wouldn't want to do anything. She was going to college for, I believe, 4 years. The year of 2012, she stopped just going completely, because she just couldn't take it anymore. She stopped staying at the dorms, so she decided to move back in. I know whoever's going through lupus, it must suck. I know that the pain my sister went through, I know what you are going through. I saw it in my sister. Doctors were telling my sister, you can't be in the sun, so my sister loved the beach, and it would suck because she would just be underneath an umbrella. She wanted to tan, but we would tell her, can't be in the sun. She went through this for 8 years. I remember I have a video of my sister on her birthday, and it was May 22nd, 2012. That was the last birthday she ever had, and it's sad because she spent it at the hospital. I'll post the video up, a little clip of it. I don't know. I came here right after work, so I really don't know. She's at she's at losers graduations. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. But it was her last birthday, and her last birthday she spent it in the hospital. And so many people, they want to spend their birthdays out at a club or at a bar, or just with friends or family, just have a little reunion. And my sister, she was at the hospital, and her friends came to her, and I thought that was beautiful. That was amazing what her friends did for her. Either way, we went to Arizona for September for my grandma's birthday. It was like a family reunion, and it was crazy because that was like our last family reunion with her, coming with us. Yeah, we went, and when we came back, we both came back sick. I got better within a week, and she still wasn't feeling good. I was at work, and she texted me. She's like, hey, she's all like, I just got the chills, I don't feel good. And I told her, you need to go to the hospital. And she told me, I hate the hospitals. I can't stand the hospitals. Best friend, Diana Padilla, if you're watching this, thank you so much. You are freaking amazing. I love you. You are like my sister, my older sister now. I love you. Diana Padilla, she freaking went to go pick up my sister. Or I don't know if she went to pick up my sister or if my sister was at her house. I don't know. But Diana ended up taking her to the hospital. She got admitted, and my sister texted me, hey, I'm at the hospital. So after work, I went straight over there, and the whole family went over there too. And I was so worried for her, you know. I was just, I hate hospitals, I hate seeing her here, and I hate seeing her through pain. Like, you know, I wish I could have given my life to her. And that was the last thing I wrote too before she passed away. On my Facebook, I wrote, I wish I could trade my life for you if I had the chance. She got admitted October 4th, 2012. She was there for almost a week. And I remember calling my work, and I was telling them, hey, my sister's at the hospital, I want to take time off. My work gave me the days off. They told me, you know what, take as much days as you want and come back whenever your sister gets out of hospital. And I was like, okay, cool, thank you guys so much. So yeah, I was staying with there for the night. I would stay there. I think there was a weekend, because she was there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. Obviously my parents were able to be there. I would go home and shower. My mom and my dad, they would be there. The craziest thing ever that still gives me the chills until right now when I think about it. On October 8th, it was my friend's birthday, Grace. And I remember that night she texted me, hey, I was at the hospital, and hey, I'm having a birthday party right now, and she told me the guy that you really like is gonna be there. And I was like, I was debating whether to go or not. Either way, she asked me if I wanted to go, and I was like, oh my god, the guy that I like is gonna be there. I was thinking, I was like, you know what, no. I told myself no. I looked at my sister and I was like, nah, I can't leave her. I texted her, I won't be able to go to your birthday party, just have fun, and I'm sorry. I got the days off to be with my sister, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be at the hospital with my sister. Either way, I stayed the night. It was in October 9, 2012, 4:30 in the morning. The nurse kept going in and out, and I was like, I opened my eyes a little like this, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep sleeping. I'm gonna just keep sleeping. They're checking up on my sister, and then later on I opened my eyes again, and I was like, I saw her, like she was awake, and I was like, you know what, stop being an asshole, Laura. You know, you could sleep any other day, you know, you're here with your sister. Brought my chair closer to my sister. I was looking into her eyes. I was just looking at her. From there, she reached out her hands. You know, she gave me her hands, and I grabbed her right away, and she started thanking me for everything I did in life for her. She started telling me, sorry if I get freaking emotional. I was very close to her. Alright, sorry, the camera stopped. I was very close to her, and she was my best friend. And I held her hand, and she started thanking me for everything I did in life for her. And I was crying, and what amazed me the most is that she didn't shed one tear. She looked, you could tell the sadness in her face, but she didn't shed one tear. And I was the one crying, and I was like, no, Letty, you know, you're welcome, you're welcome. I was like, you're my sister, and I'll do anything for you. And she's all like, she just kept saying, I love you, Laura, I freaking love you, like, thank you. And bawling my eyes, I was like, Letty, like, I'll do anything for you, like, I love you too, like all I want is for you to come home to us. That's all we want you just to come home to us. And she shrugged her shoulder. Well, I think it's my time. She's like, I'm not ready, you know, I still have my friends, my family, school that I haven't even finished, but if God wants to take me, you know, it's his will to take me. From there, she's like, you could keep all my stuff. He has this dog named Slinky. Let me show you my dog. Okay, this is my sister's dog, and he is 8 years old now. And her will was, please take care of my dog Slinky. She freaking loved the crap out of him. Yeah, she did. I told her, yes, I'll do whatever you want, but just come home to us. Before that, when she said all her goodbyes, we were there silent, and then my grandma started calling me. I picked up. I was like, I told her I'll be back, okay? She's like, okay. I was like, yeah. And this was all in Spanish, but I'll say it in English. And my grandma's like, is everything okay? A candle just turned off. And I had to tell her, you know, I didn't want to tell her because I didn't want to scare her, but I told her. She just said all her goodbyes. Grandma, she told me that it was her time, that if God was gonna take her at that moment, that she was gonna pass away. And my grandma's like, don't say that, you know, you go down on your knees and pray. I know, Grandma, I will, but if it's God's will, you know, it's God's will. We can't do anything about it. Yeah, I went back with my sister, and I was just there with her, and she had the channel of like this I don't know if it was an animal channel, but it had like different kind of musics, and I was just there looking at her like, I can't believe that she said goodbye to me. And after that, the nurses, they came in. It was 6:30, I believe, and they said, oh, we're gonna switch, you know, nothing personal, but you need to leave and be back in an hour. And I was like, okay. The last words I told my sister was, I'll be back, okay? She did was nodding her head. Like, I left, I went downstairs, I started listening to music. I was just trying to relax, you know, and I was trying to get it out of my head what she told me, you know, that he was dying, you know, she was passing away. And I was like, I don't want to think about it, you know, don't think about it. I bought myself a muffin. It was the dark chocolate muffin, and I couldn't eat it. I couldn't eat that dark chocolate muffin. I just ate the top part and I just tossed the rest away. I looked at the time and it was 7:30. I went right away. I went upstairs and I was like, I want to see my sister Letty Semihangos. And they're all like, well, let me see. They went on the phone and they called and they weren't picking up, but in the background you could hear complications. And I was just like, and the lady just looked at me and she's like, we'll just get back to you. We'll when the doctors come out, we'll have them go to you and tell you whatever's going on. I was like, okay, I'll be in the waiting room. So I went to the waiting room. I was just sitting there, I was just thinking like, oh my God. And from there I see a doctor comes. He's like, Laura? And I got up right away. I was like, yeah. And yeah, he told me the worst news of all time. You know, the worst news that nobody ever in your life want to hear. But eventually one day you will hear this news, and it's the worst. It's the worst feeling of all time. You know, he comes out and he's like, we're gonna need for you to call your family because your sister's not gonna make it for tonight. And oh my God, I started like, I couldn't breathe. And the doctor took out his phone. He's like, do you want me to call somebody? Do you want me to call anybody? And I was like, no. I started crying. I went in the living room and I still couldn't believe what he told me. And these people got up and they're all like, well, what happened? And I was just crying. I was like, they told me my sister's not gonna make it. She's not gonna make it for tonight, to call my family. And they're all like, you know what? A lot of doctors, they say that, you know, but if anything, just pray and it's God's will. And later on, the doctor, I called between that he left, and between that it was like a 10-minute, you know, it seemed like forever. For somehow the time was already 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know, from 7:30 it went to 10, but it just felt so fast. The time went by so fast. I called my mom and she wasn't picking up. She was at work. I called my dad and then he picked up, and I told him the bad news and he couldn't believe it. He's like, what? No, don't, you know, like, what do I do? And I was like, just try to reach my mom. Just try to call my mom and I'll call the family. And I called my sister. She wasn't picking up. I called her 2 times and she was at school at the time and she wasn't picking up. And I just texted her, dude, Letty's not gonna make it for tonight. You need to come to the hospital now. I called my tia Griselda. I called her and she was crying on the phone. She was just crying, saying, don't say that, Laura, don't say that. Please don't say Letty's dying. And I was like, she is, tia. He comes out and he just says, do you want to say your last goodbyes? And I was like, my last goodbyes? I was like, oh my God. And I didn't want to at first. I didn't want to go. And I was like, I don't want her to see me crying. I don't want her to see that she's not making it. That she's not gonna make it. You know, I don't want her to see me this way. He's all like, she doesn't know what's going on. You know, she's under a lot of medication right now and she doesn't know what's going on. And I was just like, yes, I want to see her. And I went, and the last thing I saw was the doctor trying to bring her back to life. He was like giving her like CPR, like he was like going like this and come back. And that's the last thing I saw. And I was gonna go, and then this doctor comes and he grabs me, and he's all like, he sat down with me and he's all like, this is what happens to people, you know, like they live and then they die. I still couldn't process in my head that my sister died. And I was just, what? I was like, wait, my sister's dead? And he's all like, yes, we're sorry. And I started crying more. I couldn't believe it. Like I said, it didn't process so well. Called my mom. Mom, where are you? Where are you? She didn't make it. She died already. She died. And I was, you know, I was by myself when all that was going on. And that was very hard. From there, the doctor, she's like, do you want to go see her? And I was like, yes. Yes, I want to see her. We went, and then from there, I sat down and I was just looking at her. I started kissing her, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that my sister passed away. And I remember this one time, a while back, when we found out she had lupus, and I said that, like, what would I do without my sister? You know, I mean, time has passed by, and I don't feel like myself anymore, you know. I feel like when she died, a piece of me died. Before my sister passed away, she told me, be strong for the family. And that's what I've been doing. I've been keeping strong. You know, I've been staying strong. You know, yes, there's times where I cry and I'm sad. But I cry in my car, or I'll cry when I'm alone. Because I don't want my family to see me that way. I do miss my sister a lot. We all miss her. Her friends miss her, my family. You know, she was a big part of our lives. She was the one who would plan things for the family, like to go out places. Because of her, we knew about so many places that she would go to. Because of her, I am who I am. You know, I'm not a thug. I'm not out there being an idiot, you know, destroying my life, you know, because I know my sister wouldn't want that. And of course, my sister wouldn't want to see me sad, you know, so that's why I just try my best. And when I think about her, or when I'm feeling sad or down, I just go to the cemetery. She's there, you know, like it's not the same, because she's not there to comfort me. I mean, she's not there to talk to me, tell me everything will be okay, you know, but she's there where I could just express the way I'm feeling, to express everything that's going through my mind. October 9, 2012 was the worst day of my life. I was the last person to see her alive, and I was the first person to see her passed away. But anyways, yeah, that's the story of my sister Letty Mijangos, Leticia. A lot of people loved her. Her day at her funeral, there was a ton of people, and the guy who owned the funeral place, he couldn't believe how many people went. You know, he couldn't believe it. He was shocked, like, wow. He's like, I've never seen this many people in my life. You know, maybe he was probably lying, you know, but it was a lot of people, like, where the whole room got full, and then outside of the room there was still a lot more people there. We buried her in Riverside because that was her hometown. She would stay over there at the dorms. She was going to La Sierra University. Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. My last moments with my sister, and yeah, it sucks to lose a loved one. And all I can tell you guys is to enjoy every moment with your family, with your friends, because you never know when will be the day to say goodbye. For me, I got that chance, and I just want to tell you guys just to enjoy every moment with your family and friends, or whoever you love, you know, and enjoy that moment. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, but that's my true experience with my sister. Soon again, I will try to post another video about another story or whatever. I don't know what, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.